The Calling Auckland was taken down last weekend by a player named CYK Lionel playing -IO. Now this is pretty surprising, but also not at the same time. Aggro decks have been doing pretty well since they're a pretty good counter to Gravy Bones, but -IO specifically is pretty surprising, mainly because she's very high variance. There's a lot of complexities and a lot of things that are up in the air, but I wanted to take a moment and record a video talking about this deck list, going over it, and doing some replays of my own to kind of show the play pattern of the deck to my knowledge. I didn't win, so I can't say perfectly, but as a starting point, whatever. So let's just get into the deck list because there's a couple things I want to talk about that are pretty interesting here. I recreated it. I'll have the link down below, but this is exactly recreated from the Flesh and Blood website. So the equipment suite at first looks pretty normal. But there's one thing I saw on stream when he was playing that I thought was pretty neat. Tinker Rings and Adaptive Plating, both in the same matchup. So Tinker Rings in the arms and then Adaptive Plating in the legs, instead of Heavy Industry Gear Shift. Now, I think this is really cool because while Adaptive Plating is really strong, it blocks 3, you have to have an equipment out. Which at first doesn't sound too bad, but then you realize there are going to be games and times where you're just not going to have an extra item you can pop or you can break for the +2. I've had that many times playing -IO, where the only items I'll have is a Tekla Core or a Boom Grenade that I still want to have, or it will make my turn a lot weaker if I lose them, but I need to use Adaptive Plating, so I pop it. And I've had times where I use Adaptive Plating just as one block, not because I don't have an item, but because there's no items there when I need that block value. But Cogworks Tinker Rings actually saves this pretty well because it makes a golden cog token, which the token's down here. It still counts as an item, so you can play Tinker Ring, you can block with Tinker Rings and Adaptive Plating, and that's 5 block value off of 2 equipment, which for -IO is really, really good. -IO is a hero. It's probably one of the most fragile aggro decks in the meta. When I say that, I mean if you get hit with an Erase Face or a Command and Conquer, there's so many of your lines that really require 5-card hands that you're pretty squishy to Disruption. A deck like Syndra, even if you're okay, your stuff's not Draconic, it sucks, but you can still threaten Mask of Momentum. You can still play Flick Knives and throw the daggers. You can still do stuff, even if you're under the cause of a Erase Face. If you get hit with Command and Conquer, sure, you lose a card in Arsenal, but you can still do the most powerful things your deck can do. If you get hit with Command and Conquer, and let's say Maximum Velocity in hand, and your Arsenal is your last boost card that you need to get off Max Velocity, it instantly takes your turn from really, really strong to decent, okay. So just having that much more block value is really, really, really good. I cannot overemphasize how good that is. Yeah, when I saw this when I saw this card, my first picture, the first thing I was thinking about was the video Mara Ferris did, talked about her first -IO deck tech when she was originally showing off the Boom Grenade list, and she was yeah, -IO needs as much block value as possible. I really like the block value, and I'm just picturing her seeing this card for the first time, and it's ah! Someone at LSS finally listened. But yeah, everything else about this seems pretty straightforward. Hanabi Blaster and Symbiosis Shot. I'm seeing a lot more lists use both weapons instead of just one. A lot of earlier lists seems like they were really leaning into either Hanabi or Symbiosis, but they both really have their own pros and cons. So personally, I like using both. And then everything else pretty standard. Foundry Heart, Visitronic, Accelerators, and Goliath Gauntlet. Goliath Gauntlet's a little bit interesting because what I'm noticing about a lot of newer DO lists is they're really trying to work with Heist a lot more. I personally still like Bracers of Belief to reveal the top card, make it a red and puff anything, but specifically with Heist, you always get the +2, and making it a 7, which is an awkward breakpoint, is really, really, really good. And getting the value of any item for free basically is really strong. And that's just one thing I'm seeing a lot of -IO lists really lean into, is really fully utilizing Heist and really trying to make it hit and connect and get that item value. So let's go into the main deck. A lot of the main deck is pretty standard. So I'll quickly just touch on the things that are standard and talk about some of the other things that are standing out more to me. 3 Backup Protocol Red, standard pick. 3 is really interesting. I found 3 a little clunky when I was testing, but it could work. It's not a bad pick. It's just personally I like 2, but 3 is good. 6 Boom Grenades, pretty standard. Convection Amplifier is another piece of tech that I've seen DOs running more recently than before. Maybe they were always running it. I'm just haven't been paying attention. But I really like it. I know there's a lot of decks that have a big fridge to punch through. So putting this down and kind of forcing them to use it all at once rather than having it spread out against multiple attacks, and especially using it on something like Heist or Max V is really good to really force through those boom grenades, force through that damage, and force them to use all their equipment in like 1, maybe 2 attacks, because equipment, big fridges are the bane of Dio's existence. If you have a big fridge, your opponent just block everything and you're done. So Convection Amplifier, especially also against, there's some mid-rangey decks nowadays that are pretty fragile. Like, Assassins can block pretty well and disrupt pretty well, so having that Convection Amplifier can definitely be helpful. Ira, I know, is a really big threat in the current meta, with her mid-rangey capabilities, with her disruptive capabilities, so being able to basically force the damage through, force her to hit, take that damage, because she doesn't have as much of a fridge as other mid-rangey decks, or other, like, defensive, disruptive decks like Guardian. Absolutely really good. 3 Expedite. Really like this card. I'm seeing it played a lot more, but I really like it because even if you don't have an item, you're still basically telling your opponent, hey, you have to play this guessing game. Do I have it? Do I not? You don't know. Fast and Furious, always good. 2 Heist, really strong. I love this card more and more every time I see it. Max V, I'm really liking the Max V's played a lot more. I know the earlier deal lists didn't really like Max V. They were really leaning in more on just like the cheap, hard to block boost cards, or sometimes line boost cards like Soup Up, Fender Bender, Outpace. Like they were really leaning into all those. But seeing the mix of like Max V plus those is, really interesting and a really good development. Outpace pretty simple. Pulsive Harpoon, Sprocket Rocket really good. T-Bone, it's really strong. Throttle, it is a normal pick, but what I'm finding interesting is, actually, I should talk about these ones because 9 zipper hit, 9 0 to 60 seems standard. I personally don't really like the blue zipper hits. I prefer the blue throttles, but I'm seeing deal list kind of split. Some really run the blue throttles quite a lot. Some opt for blue zipper hits. Blue throttle definitely has its pros and cons. It attacks for 4, so it's a breakpoint, awkward to block. And if you're late game and you're seeing in your pitch stack and you're sending 4 with a boom grenade or something like that, it can be really hard to block late game. But I also understand the zipper hit. It's a 1 cost. It's just pushing more damage. It's another threat to your boom grenade, or at worst, it's a titanium bobble. So yeah, no, I definitely see both sides. Spark Genius, Cerebellum Processor, pretty obvious. Null Time Zone. I'm seeing this card used more and more. I thought it was only going to be used during the MST meta. I was like, okay, use it for Zen, use it for Enigma, use it for New. You declare Inner Chi, and half their deck is like done so. Like that's how I used it. But now, the more I think about it and the more I try it, the more I'm realizing wow, there's actually a lot of cards you can name that really throw off so many decks. Like you name this against Brutes, Blood Rush Bellow. You name this against Gravy, Conquer the High Seas, Command and Conquer, or whatever, depending on what state of the game it is. But if you're playing against Syndra, you can name Ignite or something like that. And it's also just a 0 cost. It's blue pitch. It cranks. It gives you action points. It's really good because when I played in Pro Tour Singapore, or no, calling Singapore, not Pro Tour, I was playing against a Dio, and I misplayed really bad. And the only way the guy could have won from that position, because I was fatiguing him pretty well, was if the third item down, or the third card down, was an item. So he was like, I have to go tackle Foundry Heart, play the item, crank it, and then shoot 2 times with the pistol, which would have been exactly lethal. If he couldn't do that, yes, he could have fired the pistol once, but then I could have blocked it and would have gone to next turn, and then nothing. Guess what the third card down was? Null frickin' Time Zone. So yeah, no, this card, I like it. There's always something you can name that'll really throw him off. Or Assassin's Codex of Frailty. Very strong. Very much like it. Teklo Core and Teklo Pounder is also really good for those slower matchups where you have to set up and take on and off turns. 3 is an interesting choice for me. I always thought 2 was more optimal just because it can be a bit clunky, but hey, I'm not hating. I can definitely see the utility of playing 3. Seeing it, more likely to see it. Setting up multiples, definitely very. I can definitely understand the choice behind it. Yeah, overall, this deck, while pretty solid and pretty standard for a lot of Dio lists, has some interesting choices. It's really neat to see how Dio has evolved from when she first came out in Bright Lights, from a deck that nobody was playing, everyone was saying was bad, to being warped into a boom grenade focused strategy as the main thing. And now it's boom grenades are still a big part of Dio's strategy, but it's not the only part of Dio's strategy, right? Obviously you do need the boom grenades to connect to win games, but if you combine it with stuff like Max V, with Heist, you can still put a lot of really good pressure on your opponent. And the thing is, this deck, after putting everything in here, this is the exact deck this guy used to win the calling. Hold on, I'm gonna move my camera because you're not seeing it. It is $380. That's Canadian, but to win a calling, and only $380. That is insanely cheap for relative to fab prices. Like other fab, considering we have like decks like Gravy Bones, they're currently going for like $3,000. Considering we have like one of the other top decks, Syndra, which is like really expensive, needing like Mask of Momentums and all kinds of other stuff. Like this is $380 for a fully tuned calling winning deck is really good. And I think honestly, if you are somebody who's just starting fab and you are like a budget player, like I want to play more, but you know it's too expensive. Like I can't afford everything. Play Mechanologist. There are budget classes out there still. You can play Mechanologist. $380. Like it still can be pricey. I'm not gonna say it's not, but like relatively speaking to other Flesh and Blood decks, $380 is pretty cheap and pretty low on the end of how much it costs, which is, you know, really good to see. I love seeing decks that aren't super pricey winning and doing really well. Yeah, so that's it for like summarizing and talking about the deck. We're gonna get into some Talishar replays from me, and we're just gonna go through and I'm gonna show you guys some plays for anybody who's interested in picking up Dash.io to kind of give you guys an idea of how the deck works. So cut to there. Okay, so the first matchup here is going to be against Gravy Bones, top meta threat. So we're just going to say thinking so I can kind of explain some of my choices. So we're going to pick Symbiosis Shot because he has a lot of smaller allies to really just clear them out. I'm kind of debating between Tinker Rings and Goliath Gauntlet. I think I'm going to stay with Tinker Rings, but I'm also going to keep Accelerators because like that can pretty easily cover up like Conquer the High Seas, Command and Conquer, like some pretty good stuff. What else are we going to need? It's mostly just cutting. I don't know the sideboard in depth, so I think we're going to take out Tackle Pounder. I think that's a pretty good... I think we're just going to take out Tackle Pounder. I think that's the only thing we don't really need here, because Nulltime Zone is still good. Tackle Pounder is really only good for like matchups we're going to go on and off. I think also, where's Convection Amplifier? I think that's another one we got to take out. Where is that? Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, so I think take those out, and then I think everything else is fine. So presenting 6 to 7. Generally with Dio, you don't really mind presenting whatchamacallit, above 60, mainly because you're boosting a lot, you're using a lot of your cards, so it's not like that bad. Like it's whatever. And because a lot of your cards really like overlap with each other and do similar things. Having more than 60 cards isn't as detrimental as it is in other decks like Gravy Bones or something like that, where you need to be more specific on your choices and really particular on your choices. So they're going to start off with a nice golden tipple for 1, threatening non-hit gold. Annoying, but we can deal with this. We're just going to throw a blue 0 to 60 in front of it. We want to keep this T-Bone ideally, because Gravy Bones does not have a lot of armor, and even if we take the 1 Battle Worn on his hook, that's 1 Battle Worn he's not going to be able to cover Boom Grenade with. We also got a Max V on top, which is really good information, really good to know. So he's coming in, yeah, he's bringing out Chum? Or no, he's, oh. Okay, so he discarded Chum with Tipple, so he's summoning Chum. Kind of annoying. Not really liking that. That's not the spiciest of meatballs, but we can work with this, chat. It's okay, it's okay. He's coming in for 4. We'll block with the Zipper Hit, and we'll keep the T-Bone, because I want to fire the T-Bone first, before he can activate Chum. And then kind of go from there to see what I can do after. Because the thing that's important to know about Gravy Bones is their ally abilities are strong, but they can't always activate them. This is absolutely really good. So we're going to start... Okay. T-Bone. Targeting... Oh, actually, shit. No, that's not the right choice. Okay. Because I want to get this Tackle Core out. Okay, I'm going to go Tackle Core. And Boom Grenade's right underneath it. God damn it. Okay. He's not activating Chum. So we're going to target Gravy Bones. Then we're going to boost. Unfortunate. Sag! Tackle Core into Boom Grenade into Cerebellum Process. Sag, bro. Sag. Big Sag. Okay, so this is fine. We're gonna... Oh, should we go face or should we go Chum? I think we should go Chum. We're gonna go 5 for Chum. And then we're gonna go Pistol into Chum. Because this isn't a super strong turn, so we don't mind, you know, utilizing our resources to just clear an ally and pass. Especially because we have a Max V in Arsenal. And a Tackle Core on the field. So we're setting up a pretty good next turn. And we're just going to pass an Arsenal. especially because now we know we have a Fast and Furious on top, which is a good zero-cost boost card. So boost, zero-cost boost, boom grenade, spark. Ooh, this is really good. This is really, really good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go play boom grenade, crank it, sprocket rocket, boost. No, boom grenade, crank it, Fast and Furious boost, because that's gonna be 4. Then we're gonna play Spark of Genius, grabbing Cerebellum. Because we want to get Max V off next turn. That's our plan. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably should have brought in Goliath Gauntlets to like race. Racing seems like it feels better. I could probably ignore the allies next turn because it doesn't seem like he's sending anything too devastating. And I feel like if I could just push a lot of damage in a really, really strong turn, Gravy's not going to be able to keep the cards he wants for a long time to summon these allies. So while he's pushing damage... Okay, so he's summoning Swabby for... and then swinging for 7. Probably threatening on hit gold, but I can just take it. I don't really care that much. We can still just go Boom Grenade. 1, 2, or 1. If there's an item, we're going to go Sprocket Rocket. Oh, no, loot the hold? That's annoying. That's really annoying. Because now I'll have to discard a card and I'll make an extra gold. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. It's actually... No, this is good. Because we can go 4 and then Sprocket Rocket. And we still might be able to get off the max speed. Yeah, we'll just cover 7. No, I'm not going to crank gold on top. And just 2 blockers, fine. So, yep. Tickle Corp triggers, so we're going to start with Boom Grenade. Crank that Soldier Boy. And then Fast and Furious, targeting Gravy Bones, boost. 2 floating still. Totally fine. He's going to Compass. Because now we got a nice old Boom Grenade threatening. I think Cerebellum's still the right choice. Because he doesn't have Balance of Justice. Which is odd. I don't... Maybe I haven't played enough Gravy to understand it, but I don't... Well... It's probably just because you're trying to race against Dio. Like, you're not really going to be able to block out everything as Gravy Bones when half your deck, or at least like a quarter of your deck, just doesn't block. And you're just like, ah, cool. Oh, Boom Grenade connects. Perfect. So, yeah, let's go Spark of Genius. Declare 0. Grabbing Cerebellum. Crank that Soldier Boy. And Null Time Zone. Oh. So he's got 3 cards in hand. He blocked the chart. Man. This is awkward. I don't want to leave with the Swabby. But I think we're gonna go Null Time Zone, no crank. No. And then what card are we naming? I think we should name Conquer. I think Conquer the High Seas. I think that's the most disruptive card he can pull. And then just pass. Because we didn't use the 2 resources from Techlocore. Boo. Sucks. But that's fine, chat. That's fine. Because as you can see here, we have 2 items in the banish. Does that say hit? It hits a hero. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, next turn, we can probably get maximum velocity off. Tipple. 4 pistol shots too. So we're gonna hook, Tipple, pitch. I probably should have named Golden Tipple instead. Discarded Sawbones. He just discarded Sawbones. I'll give you Foundry Heart. I don't want to give you another gold. I don't want you making more gold. I don't think there's much you can do with 2 cards. You can summon Sawbones and swing, but I think that's really about it. Yeah, summon Sawbones. Swing for 6. C and C. Oh boy, that's not good. I think I have to get my crown and then arsenal. Do I have max V in graveyard? Oh, you don't have max V in graveyard. No, that's okay, chat. That's actually okay. Because now we have an item on top. And we can just go very wide, sending a lot of damage. Technical core triggers. Start with backup protocol red. Easy start. Easy first attack. Back protocol red. Crank that soldier boy. Let's start with T-Bone targeting Gravy Bones boost. There's a boom grenade right there. Love it. Love seeing my boom grenades instead of playing my boom grenades. Because as was said on the second day, don't play your boom grenades. See them on top of your deck after you've activated Dio. That's the best time to see boom grenades, chat. That's the best time to see a boom grenade. Man, I really want to see a max V because I've only seen one max V. I know I have the extra action point. So, they haven't really committed much, so we're just going to keep attacking. Face. We're just going to go face, 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 face. Yeah, so send face, and then we're gonna go heist to face, send pitch to boost. Ooh, zipper hit red on top. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Ooh, is he gonna? He's just gonna let it hit? Oh, chat. Okay, this is an interesting point. Because we can grab boom grenade. Okay, we're gonna grab boom grenade. We're not gonna crank it. God damn it. Leave. Okay, so we have boom grenade, 2 action points. I'm gonna draw the red backup protocol. Yep, I think that was a choice. Then we can go tech low, banish top 2, and then backup protocol, fast and furious. And then 5, threatening 4 more. Because we're pushing damage. He's not going to block. Never mind, I lied. He is going to block. He's like, no, I'm going to block now. But I know Gravy doesn't really like taking a lot of cards from hand, so... Is it going to hit? You need flexers. Okay, interesting. So his next hand's not going to be that big. That good. So I think what's the best is Expedite, targeting Salvons. And then I think afterward we're just going to pass arseling this because I see a max V on top. Wait, Actually, no, yeah, we're just going to pass. I was going to like be like, oh, we could shoot pistol, but then I was like, no, wait, he has one floating off of, for another quick dodge flexor's activation. So, this is perfect. Actually perfect hand. So what's he going to do? Swing for 7? Sure, I don't care. I don't really care. Take 7. I'll take your 7. So we're going to start with 0 to 60, targeting Swabby boost. Cool. We got 1 boom grenade. He's gonna clear Swabby, easy peasy, whatever. They're like, cool, whatever, I don't care. And then we're gonna go T-Bone, boost, give me an item, or give me equipment. Probably gonna give me the hook again. We also have to give me a card from hand, else the boom grenade's gonna connect. So it's a very, very easy boom grenade connection. He's not blocking the boom grenade, he's letting it hit. Okie dokie. Boost. I would like to have another boom grenade here. So we're gonna play a bit greedy, and we're gonna try to Teklo Foundry Heart. Because we're still got 33 cards. Nope, no item. That's fine. It's max V for 10. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. Not great, but hey, I'm still pushing 10 damage to their 17. They don't even have a full 5-card hand. They only have 4 cards. Give me 1 to not go to literally 7. But yeah. They have no allies. They have 3 cards in hand, which is not really good for Gravy Bones. All red hand, not great, but Cerebellum Prosper on top, which is great. So definitely really good start. Tipple for 3, discarding Whaler against Dio. That's a mistake if I've ever seen one. That's not a good card. He's gambling. Because now I can go flip, crank, and then just keep digging for what I need. Which honestly is just some more resources. Like if I can get one more good resource card, that'll be fine. So he went draw, discard for Chum. He does not have a blue in his hand. He doesn't have blue. He had blood in the water. That was the card he had. He's trying to find a blue that he can actually put in his grave. The Grave Bones is on the back foot. He's not really... being in this position is not great because you really do need to put good pressure. And when you hit sub 20 life as Gravy Bones, you're so like fragile that it's hard to start building up your army again. It's really hard. I mean, he could Dead Thread Sawbones, but he can't summon it. He only has 1 prevention, which I don't really care about. Like, sure. I'm not even going to bother clearing it because he's at 10 life, so I don't care. I'm going to push enough damage to kill him. So pitch Cerebellum Processor. They're pitching Cerebellum. Crank it. Yep. I want to draw off T-Bone. I think there's something better we can get. Spark of Genius. That's actually better. That's actually a lot better. Taking 4. Oh no, Blood in the Water. Is he going to destroy a top card? Maybe not a choice. Doing a Cerebellum. Draw card. How many max of these have I seen? So I've seen 1 in there. I've put 1 to the bottom of my deck. There's 1 in the grave. So okay. So we're gonna pay 0. So what should we go? Should we go Boom Grenade? We don't have any Cerebellum, so Boom Grenade's probably the best choice. Boom Grenade, crank that little boy. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good at all. So we're gonna go Teklo Foundry, pitch. Actually, why did I do that? No, that's not. Why did I do that? That's not a good idea. Yep. So Fast and Furious. 4 go again. On hit 8. He could use Sawbones to cover it, but then I'm just gonna swing with Pulse Wave. Okay, so choose an action card with less than or equal to X. Okay, so he's blocked 4. So he's still probably expecting me to send Pulse Wave. So I'm gonna send Zipper Hit. Boost. And then I'm gonna go Pistol at Sawbones. If he doesn't. If he activates Sawbones, I'm gonna go Pistol at Sawbones. If he doesn't activate Sawbones, I'm gonna go Pistol to face. So that's 5. Okay, that works. And then just Pistol to face for 2. He could Sawbones, but it's preventing 1, so it's not. Nope, he's gonna Sawbones. Well, he's not gonna get value out of Sawbones anyway, so. Just end the turn. Save 2 cards. Sorry, Boom Grenade. Okay, maximum velocity. Yes. Yum. Okay, so no, we got 3 boost cards. We got Dio. Start simple. T-Bone. How many Boom Grenades do I have left? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 2 more left in the deck. I could flip it, crank it, just for Cerebellum activation. Yep, I'm doing that. That's just the Cerebellum. Boost. Not great. Okay, so what's the play here? Okay, we're gonna tech well because that's not a. Yeah, we're gonna tech well. I think that's gonna try and get something better. Because then I'm gonna have 3 resources. Not great. Not great. And Cerebellum to draw a card. And the next one was a blue, which would have been perfect. But it's okay. That's how we play Dio. We take the good with the bad. We're still in a good position. So they're taking 2, so that's 6. And then we're gonna max V. They're likely gonna cover with 2 cards, covering 6, going to 4. Or they're gonna have 2 allies in hand, and we're gonna still get there. That's how you do it, chat. That's how you do it. So that's game 1 versus Gravy. Dio win. Okay, so this second game is against Katsu the Wanderer. This is a bit of a hard pick. I think we want to still go first in this matchup because we want to set up and explode. So first, I think this is the one we're going to go Hanabi because we need damage in numbers, as well as Goliath Gauntlet because we're just racing. We're going as fast as humanly possible. So no Teklo Pounders and no Convection Amplifier. I think we're still going to put Null Time Zone because we can still name stuff like Surging Strike, like Send a Gust Wave. Okay, so, ooh. Not bad. Could be worse. I'm just going to play Boom Grenade Pass. No Crank. Arsenal. Pass. Yep, okay, not a bad first hand at all. Just set up Boom Grenade. Set up some 0-4 force. Okay, so Edge of Bottom Katsu. So this is going to come in for 4, possibly 5. Kind of Scar Ups is so annoying because it's any ninja tech. So we're going to Math Momentum. I think we're going to say no blocks. Because we're racing, so we don't want to block, if possible. And I don't think there's any amount of damage Katsu can do that we can't outvalue as Deshayo. So he's grabbing Lulling Gust Wave. So it's going to come in for 4. Man, I don't want him to draw cards. We're going to cover 5. We're going to give him 1 card. So he can't Okana Scar Apps, he can't Mask Momentum. Bonds. So he can still boost 3 times. Go boost, boost, boost. Set up Hanabi Blaster. Still push damage on the Boom Grenade. And still have resources available for if we get another item on top. Like if we get Cerebellum, if we get whatever. Okay, this is just 1. Ah, this is threatening. This is annoying. This is so annoying. Oh, but it's not gonna go again. Alright, so I don't think we care. I don't think we give a shit. Just take it, draw a card, whatever, Arsenal. And then yeah, he's gonna Arsenal off a mask, sure, but this turns out regardless. So we're gonna start nice and easy. Expedite. For 3 with go again. We're still threatening Boom Grenade on every hit, and now we're also threatening an extra item on the field with this hit. So he's probably going to give us some cards. There we go. Yep, the Flush Fist, perfect, fine. Boosty, boosty. 4-4. Go again. And it's going to come in. He's going to block 4. I think he wants to block 4. I think he was trying to block 4, but he forgot that Be Like Water blocks for 2. Katsu's a really interesting deck. I like Katsu. He's especially with Armor Deck Ira has really helped him develop his playstyle a bit more. Okay, so he's not gonna full cover it unless he's like Flick Flag. Does he have Flick Flag? Even if he had Flick Flag, why didn't he just play Flick Flag? That's weird. It's so strange. It's so strange. Is he waiting for reaction? Oh no, okay, it was just like that's fine. And then we're gonna play Rocket Rocket, no boost, because Boom Grenade are connected. We're not trying to waste too many cards. A blue in the arsenal isn't a deal, but you know, it's not terrible. It could be worse.
It's a 0 cost at least, so worst case scenario, it helps us fuel a nice max V turn. A very nice max V turn. Yeah. And just 3. Yeah, and we got our 3rd counter on Hanabi Blaster. I can't talk sometimes. Jesus Christ. So yeah. 3 card hand. Not good, not great. Could be worse, could be better. Attacking for 1. Sure. Take it. Whatevskis. I'll take your 1. And then... Ooh. Enact Vengeance. Okay, so this is a pretty awkward hand. Actually... Sorry. Because I want to activate the Boom Grenade before sinking. So I don't draw the Boom Grenade. Okay, so I can activate Boom Grenade, get it out. Activate this, sink my arsenal, draw a card, and then keep my turn going. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I have Boom Grenade in hand, and I don't want to have 2. So I'm just going to pitch Boom Grenade, play Boom Grenade, no crank it. And then sink my arsenal. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Because now we have another Boom Grenade threat coming. We didn't lose our arsenal, and we didn't even get clogged with too many Boom Grenades too, because that's like the most annoying part playing Dash.io is when you get too many Boom Grenades at once. I've said before that a common mistake or a common rule of thumb with playing Dash.io is you shouldn't try to have too many Boom Grenades on the field at once unless you're sure you can connect it. Like obviously, if you have like a perfect max V turn with Dominate, and you know your opponent's not gonna be able to block it. Yeah, have like 8 Boom Grenades for all I care. But if you're like just boosting, just trying to connect them, it is more beneficial to spread them out. Because, like, on a turn like this, I don't know if it's going to hit. Katsu could 100% just slap his whole hand out and just block everything. It's possible. He could do that. Especially if he has something like Flick Flack. So, by playing 2 Boom Grenades, I would be functionally giving them more value unless I knew it would connect. So, let's start Expedite. Boost. And Null Time Zone. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, it's not an item we want to see, so we're not going to play it. It's fine. Well, the reason I'm saying let's go. Oh. Boom Grenade connects. Is we can place Rocket, boost. Now it's coming in for 4. We go again. So that's 4. So zipper hit, pitch, boost. Cerebellum processor on top. Fantastic. So we're gonna play Cerebellum. Do we want to crank it? Chad, do we want to crank it? Well, he's not blocking much. I think we're going to not crank it. Because it would probably be better to just draw the Expedite. Decent Arsenal target, and then Arsenal pass. And we have Max V. That is really good. Because, yeah. He's at 16, we're at 21. Pretty close light totals, but not uncommon for aggro matchups. He's starting with Gust Wave of the Second Wind. Interesting. So he's probably got reactions to push it over. And then he's going to go Breach Rider Boots to have a big combo turn. Interesting. Definitely interesting. I think... we could block 6. Go boost, pitch, grab. So that was a decent turn. But if I'm wrong, I think we're gonna block 7. Because if this doesn't connect, his turn's over, basically. He would need like Razor Reflex, like a bunch of stuff, and now his turn's basically over. He basically put all his information on the table, unfortunately. Gust Wave of the Second Wind doesn't inherently have Go Again, so he's trying to get it to hit. He was probably hoping I'd either see no blocks or just block 4. So he could probably go Breeze Rider, Okana, but unlucky for him, we read the play pretty hard. So we're gonna start with Expedite. And if it hits, we're just gonna play Back Protocol, crank it, get an extra action point. Not grab this off of Cerebellum because that's not a good Cerebellum target. What good red targets do we have? Max V and yeah. Yeah, probably gonna grab Zipper Hit, check low in case you get another 1 cost, and then just go Zipper Hit, not Habibi Blaster, and then Crank. Check low. Yes, okay, this is good, So we're gonna go Cerebellum, draw card. Backup protocol. We boosted once. We're not gonna be able to get max V off this turn, unfortunately. As much as I would love to, chat, it's not happening. So we're gonna go boost for 5. And that's gonna take 5. Boost for 4. And then we're gonna fire with Hanabi Blaster for 5 exactly, presenting lethal. So guaranteed either ripping a card from his hand or taking some of his armor, which he does not want to give. He does not want to give me his Okana Scar Wraps to block 2. And then just draw back up. 2 Sparks, 1 T-Bone, and a max velocity. So, okay, have we seen Cerebellums? He's doing it again? Oh, that's weird. Because what's stopping me from just blocking 6 again? I still think, yeah, just take it. Take it. 5? 6? You need a 3rd reaction. Do you have a 3rd reaction? He does not have a 3rd reaction, chat. So we're gonna boost. And he conceded. He conceded. So that is actually, I think this teaches a really good lesson with Dash. And aggro decks in general. I know it's very much like a meme to just be like, no blocks, swing my whole hand, and that's it. To go from a good aggro player to a great aggro player, you need to be able to know when to block, how to make the most out of small hands, and how to still put pressure on even with 2-3 card hands. It is harder with aggro decks, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not at a level where I'm good at that yet. I'm okay at it, but I'm a little bit out of practice with Dash.io, so I'm probably not the best at it. Honestly, I think had he blocked instead last turn with Mask of Momentum instead of Okana Scar Wraps, he could, if his plan was to try to push over, I think blocking with Mask would have been better, because then he could have still had Okana Scar Wraps, sent it, and then gone react, 1 more with the sword, and then he would have had his turn. Because yeah, he could have had a pretty strong turn with all of this. Discarded, grab a combo, do whatever. Yeah, no, I think honestly that he could have still had a pretty strong turn. Yeah, that's I think the good. Yeah, that's honestly a good takeaway. If you're playing somebody who's playing an aggro deck, learning how to block, when to block, how to make the most of small hands is a really pretty strong fundamental tool you should learn how to get in your toolbox, because that's what happens when you can read the opponent and know when to block and know how to block effectively. Because I had a T-Bone, so what my plan was I was going to go T-Bone, boost, spark, grab anything, and then I still had Cerebellum, and yeah, it was I still had stuff I could do. Quite a bit of pressure I could put on, actually. But yeah, that was game 2. Okay, and game 3 here is against Prisim. Now, Prisim is an interesting one because I don't think we want to block. I think we're still just racing. So we're going to go Symbiosis, Foundry Heart, Goliath Gauntlet, Crown of Providence, and Achilles Accelerator. I think for the sideboard, I'm just going to say thinking about with me. For the sideboard, I think we're taking out Tackle Pounder and Convection Amplifier. I think that's the same takeout. Those 3, put in 3. That's just generally what how I'm reading it personally. So let's see here. Okay, so that looks good. That looks good. Start the game. Let's go. So okay, Spark Rocket on top. A bunch of good boost cards. High value boost cards. Really good. Really good. Good turn 0. And a popper too. That's particularly good. Popper. Because Dio has a lot of natural poppers, which is really good. You have maximum velocity. You have throttle. You have other ones. You have maximum velocity and throttle, but still, the fact you're using them and the fact you have 6 poppers naturally is really, really strong. That's a really odd choice. To give me a Ponder token turn 0? That's particularly odd. And now they have no resources, so I can tell, like, okay, just block 9. Because now I'm going to be able to set up an arsenal. I'm going to be able to overextend next turn. And still have something go. Okay, that was a That was an odd choice of play. Because now I can see, like, okay, you have nothing. Because Prism has no real, like, 0-cost heralds that you can play. Like, maybe you can set up a Spectre Aura, but I don't know. Okay, so let's see here. I think we're going to start, same as always, with Expedite. Boosty. Get the boost, and then we're going to go Sparse or Cerebellum, crank it, and then just keep the train going. Because now I'm presenting an on-hit. I still haven't activated Dio, so I can just easily Boom Grenade on top. But Prism also doesn't want to block. So Prism's just going to say, I don't care. Hit me. Or she's going to Soul Shield. On a 3-cost? Maybe she doesn't have any blockers? I don't know. That's weird. This is an odd choice. Cerebellum, Crank. Backup Protocol. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to draw. I wish I drew something else. That's fine. Spark Rocket Boost. I probably should have Teklo first. Boost. Yeah, because that's a good target. I'm gonna draw for Cerebellum. And another. Oh, they had 2 Soul Shield. Okay, I see why. No, never mind. That was a choice. That was a good choice. So they only have one. I'm gonna attack. Someone attack. So I think the best position is draw for Cerebellum to get the throttle in hand, and then the Ponder is gonna trigger, allowing us to get another card to see what's best to put in Arsenal. Because I would rather have that throttle in my hand. Yes, Spark of Genius would rather have that in Arsenal. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because I don't have an item, so Heist is important. But now that I have a Popper in hand, I can just go. That's the real sound they make, chat, when they go poof. They go poof. When you block with Phantasm, attack with Phantasm. Ooh! Ooh! Max V on top. Not they're gonna play. It's fine. It's coming at 5. No on hits because I don't have any items, but it's 5 damage. I'm pushing numbers. So Lost in Thought's a good card generally, but playing it turn 0 is... it really already pushed a lot of tempo my way, just by being there. So next we're gonna go Spark of Genius, Declare 0. What do I grab? I think I should grab Boom Grenade, Cranky Draw card, Null Time Zone. Tekla Foundry. Tekla Core. I don't think I want Tekla Core right now. I think I need damage. I need numbers. That's 4. They're not blocking? Yo, what? Okay, that's fine. I guess we'll just play Null Time Zone. No Crank. We're gonna name Herald of Ariadation. Ariadation. There you go. Submit. That's the big one we were scared of. But if they can't play it, we're fine. Yeah, I could probably could have played that Tekla Core. That's fine. That's okay. They had one in hand! We don't miss, chat! We don't miss! We don't miss! Let's fucking go! And Sarai is gonna attack for 4. Go again. It's an angel. You know the rule with angels. We don't block. We don't block the angels. The Boom Grenade didn't go to waste, but the thing is, Prism can get this low. They have used their helmet, so we can just send like 0 to 60 into Soraya and then just be like, we done, we good, we chillin'. I think we have to take it because I don't want to. Well, actually, I think even if we don't send it to Soraya, I think we can still push good damage. Irregardless. Yeah. Ending turn? Oh. I guess. Sure. Why not? Let's see, this is not a great hand. I think Boom Grenade would still be a pretty good thing to play. There we go. T-Bone, they're probably gonna give me Dreamweavers, and then I'm on the curve. You have to give me a card. Yep, another Herald! This card doing fucking numbers! Okay, chat, so should we fire at the Soraya? Or should we fire at the Prism? Because they're gonna have to give us a card. Yeah, I think we're fire at Soraya. Boost. Because they don't have their Herald, the headpiece to summon the Arcane one, ping, and pass. So then we can play Teklo Core Pass. I think arsenaling that Boom Grenade would have been a better choice, actually, now that I think about it, because I didn't have too much of a push turn. If I had that arsenal, I could have put it next turn. But that's okay. That is A-okay. We still are doing pretty well, all things considered. 7. No blocks. Take 7. Because we don't have Cerebellum, unfortunately, but we can still go flip, crank, boost, play it, crank, or boost, grab another 0 to 60 for 4 power. 8, go again, no go again, on a Phantasm. I think we still say no blocks, chat. I think we're still just taking it and just trying to push back harder. We're taking the hits, but we're hitting them harder. They hit us, we hit them harder. I don't care. Don't want to game. And all time zones doing numbers, especially in these faster matchups. Like 2 or 3 turns of not using your best card is a lot and significant, and a lot of big number you don't want to lose. Go face. That's gonna put another counter on Boom Grenade. Because even if we don't hit, we still have threats for next turn. We have activated Dio, which is Sedge, but that's okay. We have an extra action point to fire off multiple pistol shots. That's gonna eat the Angel. I'm gonna boost. I'm gonna go Backer Protocol, crank it. Should we go? I think we should go Teklo first to get another resource to be able to fire off Zipper Hit for 5. Because that's going to be a lot more damage. Because that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to grab Zip. Play it. Boost it. And then we're going to go pistol, pass. And look at what's on the top. A fucking popper. A fucking popper at worst. And a way to close out this game at best. Oh, they're going to flip to cover that cleanly. Second. That's good. Eating their second is good. Second is how they often like close out the game. So, and also being able to just go pistol, pass. Very, very good. Very good. Honestly, I that is pretty strong because now a blue pitch with Phantasmal Footsteps functionally becomes 5 block, which is really strong. Prism, once she starts needing 3-card hands, kind of starts to lose because she's not like she can push damage, but you know, 1 big herald's easy to deal with. 2 big heralds when it gets dicey. Would you look at that? This hand absolutely sucks. They're looking. They're like 2 max Vs. Think I want to die. That's awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's not great. This hand is ass. This hand is really bad. 2 Max Vs. A Boom Grenade on top's neat, but I mean, I'm still gonna rip cards from them, regardless, because they didn't take one of the Max Vs. They took Zipper Hit. Interesting. So we're just gonna pop, obviously, but now we only have a 2-card hand, which sucks. One of Max is a Max V, which sucks because Max V is strong, but on its own, it's like, eh. So we're gonna go flip Boom Grenade. Should we crank? I don't know if we should crank. This is a big decision. Because if we crank, we can go pistol for 1 more wide. Yes, we're gonna crank. Boost. Or 2. And then we're gonna go pistol, pistol, break Achilles, pistol, and that's gonna be 8. 8 total. And that's 7. So they're gonna have to give us a card. Likely gonna have to give us a card for the 0-60, and then, yep, giving us a whole card for the 0-60. Fantastic to see. But because of the Ponder, Lost in Thought is actually really interesting here, because of the Ponder, we can now actually dig 1 more card deeper, not Arsenal the Max V, still have the Popper. Oh, they're just gonna cover everything. So we're not even gonna break Achilles then, if they're just gonna keep giving us cards. If they're trying to preserve life, we're not gonna break Achilles. Yeah, no, that's fine. We're cool with that. Because Achilles is not going to close the game. So, end turn, draw a card, put that card in the arsenal. And because of the Ponder that you gave me. Now, boost. Backup Protocol, good card, don't want to hear. Don't want to hear. I don't have the resources for it right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 Boom Grenade. 2 more left in deck. And either way, they conceded because I have so much tempo and it's going so well. There's not really much they can do. And I want to bring your attention. I didn't even use my armor. I didn't use Goliath Gauntlets. I didn't use Crown Providence. I didn't use Technical Foundry Heart. I didn't use Achilles. Well, I used their effect, but I didn't use them to block. So I could still block out very effectively and still push a lot of damage. This deck is absolutely friggin' cracked. It's genuinely insane how good this deck is and how well it's just singing and working. Dash.io, for all the variants and all the ups and downs she can have in tournaments and events and games, she's a deck that's very like prone to being hit with variants, which is unfortunate because you could boost like 2 Spark Geniuses off a Technical Foundry Heart. You can boost all your Max Vs. You can boost all your best cards. But at the same time, you can have turns in games like this where you're just singing. It's just going incredibly well. It's going really, really, really good. Like, oh my god. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So let me know what you guys think down below. I want to make more videos on Talishar replays and Talishar games. But I don't want to just show off my deck lists. I want to do more content where I show off like other winning deck lists and get some games in with them. Because I know, obviously, whenever a deck wins, people want to play more with it and people want to pick up games, but some people just don't know where to start. So I'm like, oh, I'll start. You can watch this, you can get some games, you can get some input, you can get some, talkie here. If this is something you guys like, let me know. I'm more than willing to get more Talishar games in. I can upload videos just 1 Talishar replay instead of 3, but I know that 3 makes the video longer, which better for the algorithm. And 3's lucky number. 3's a good number. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below if this is the kind of content you guys like. If you want to see me go over more winning deck lists in the future for different events, because World Tour is still going on. There's still going to be events like almost every weekend, so a lot of winning deck lists to touch on and replay and try out. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys like Dash.io? Is Dash.io like a deck? Like, have you guys played Dash.io before? Have you guys been believers since she came out in Bright Lights? Are you guys just picking her up now? Is there any deck in general, like any decks in general, any heroes in general you'd like to see me do replays of, or maybe bring up some deck text for? I'm down for whatever. I want to make content you guys will enjoy. So let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe and do all that funky jazz.